Today's Sunshine Note is titled, A Ridiculously Simple Strategy. Then the Lord said to Joshua, See, I have delivered Jericho into your hands. Joshua chapter 6 verse 2. Sometimes problems seem bigger the more you think about them. Take for example the argument you had with your friend. The more you replay it in your mind, the angrier you get and the more irreparable your friendship seems. The SAT exam you're scheduled to take is another example. The more you think about it, the more pressure you feel to do well so that you can get a scholarship, because if you don't get a scholarship, you won't be able to go to college, and then you won't be able to get a job, and then you won't be able to afford to have a home or a spouse or a car or children. See how that works? The more you dwell upon it, the worse it gets. Joshua may have felt that way when he looked out over Jericho. He knew the Israelites needed to conquer it, but how could their makeshift army ever match up against Jericho's? Maybe Joshua was thinking about this very thing when a man with a drawn sword appeared in front of him one day. But it wasn't just any man. He identified himself as the commander of the army of the Lord. And Joshua realized that he was talking to the Lord himself. The commander of the heavenly army told Joshua exactly what he wanted to know, a strategy for conquering the formidable city of Jericho. When the Lord started giving directions, Joshua probably felt tempted to get out pen and paper. Surely it was going to be a complicated, intricate strategy, right? Wrong. It was absurdly simple. Actually, march around the city every day for 6 days. On the 7th day, Israel's forces should circle the city 7 times with priests blowing trumpets. Then everyone would scream at the top of their lungs, and the walls of the city would collapse. Now it suddenly all seemed so simple to Joshua. It had been so complicated and intimidating before, when he was trying to figure it out on his own. But when he allowed God to take over, everything became so perfectly doable and trouble-free. Live it out. Think of something that you are trying to work out on your own. Decide today to let God be the commander of the difficulty. Set aside quiet time to pray and reflect about the situation. Ask God how He wants you to handle it. Pray about it. Pray, Lord, I trust you to lead me and guide me. I believe your strategies for dealing with my life are better than my own. Thank you for having a plan to help me. Then the Lord said to Joshua, See, I have delivered Jericho into your hands. Joshua chapter 6 verse 2. May God bless you today.